Hi, welcome to Chris Ryan Golf. You've joined me at the Belfry today. We are at the PGA National Golf Academy out on the short game area, and in this video I'm going to give you 3 keys to hit better, more precise lob shots. So a lob shot is very simply a shot which is played generally over a relatively short distance, and it's a shot where the ball takes off with quite a high launch angle and it comes down with a very steep descent angle, meaning that when it lands it doesn't roll too far. It's not a shot that we tend to play on every single hole. It's a shot which we use sparingly, but in certain situations we have to use it, and it's really the only option we have. So I'm in a situation here, I've only got about 15 yards to my target, which is this first flag in the green, but of those 15 yards I reckon I've probably got about 12 of them are the rough. I've only got about 2-3 yards of green. So if I was to play a pretty standard pitch shot, I can land it just on the green, like that one, but it's just going to continue to roll past. So you can see that ball's probably rolled 20-25 feet past, even though it landed just on the green. I do have the option of landing it in the rough short, but it's a little bit risky. I don't have that much control over how that ball's going to react. What I would like to in this situation is hit a shot which is going to go much higher and land much softer. There are 3 key things that we're going to go through in this video that you need to do and implement into your golf game to ensure that you can execute this shot. It is a shot which is quite high risk, so I would advise certainly trying it on the practice area before you take it to the course. So, number 1, what we're going to do is we're going to rotate the shaft for a right-handed golfer to the right. What that's going to do is it's going to open the club face or add loft to the golf club. Okay, I've got a 56 degree wedge here, but by rotating it to the right, I add or increase the loft somewhere up near maybe 70-75. What we want to make sure is that we are twisting the golf club to the right and we are then applying the hands to the golf club, as opposed to applying the hands to the golf club and then twisting the golf club to the right. So very simply, number 1 is rotate the club or open the club face and then apply the hands. Number 2 is we want you to, at address, we want you to lower the handle. When I say lower the handle, we're going to push the hands lower to the ground. Now what you'll probably find is that when you do that, you'll feel like you want to stand a little further from the ball. Absolutely fine, we would encourage that. What that tends to do is it tends to get your spine angle a little bit more vertical, and it tends to set the plane of your golf swing a little bit lower and a little bit more around you, as opposed to being a little bit more up and down, a slightly steeper plane. So we want a slightly lower swing angle for this shot. The way we do that, as I say, is we lower the handle and we stand slightly further away. Okay, that's point number 2. Point number 3 is all about how we release the golf club through this shot, and this is the key part. When we take a setup, we've got the face open, the hands low. We want to feel that as we come through the ball, almost the point of this left arm is going to stop at impact, and we're going to feel that the right wrist accelerates the club past, okay? So I'll show you that in slow motion so we can come down to here. Left arm feels like it stops, and we let that right wrist send that club past, okay? It's a very kind of flicky motion, okay? I would suggest that my left arm is not actually going to stop through impact, but the feeling is not bad to have, okay? So we're going to feel that we go this way. Notice, look at my wrist position. My left wrist is very extended, as we call it, okay? The back of the hand is almost pointing up. What we do not want is the back of the hand to point down to the floor. That's going to rotate the forearms. It's going to trap all the loft off that golf club. So we're going to take a setup. We're going to open the face. We're going to lower the handle, and when we come to impact, we're going to feel like the left arm stops, and you're going to see how that club works very much up. My left wrist is very much cupped, okay? And notice how the butt of the club hasn't traveled too far from the impact position, okay? If you can do those 3 things, you should be able to hit those shots that go a little bit higher, land a little bit softer, and hopefully you'll get some better results. Right, about to try and hit one now, hadn't I? So let's go ahead and say it's only about 15 yards. So I'm going to do those things that we mentioned. Okay, and it is a tough shot, so I'd be pretty happy with anything that's around 4 or 5 feet past the flag. So let's go ahead and see if we can hit one. Okay, pretty happy with that, okay? So you can see the ball flight was extremely high. The follow through would have looked quite narrow with the club working up very quickly. Not a huge amount of rotation through the ball there. That's all because I've accelerated the club in my right hand. It takes a bit of practice. It takes a little bit of commitment as well. If you're not fully committed to this shot, then it's not going to be the most successful. What we would tend to see very often is that golfers are very reluctant to accelerate the club. If we create some wrist angles in the way back, here, and I don't accelerate the club with my right hand, effectively shorten the distance between the lead shoulder and the club head, and those golfers who don't accelerate the club head will often thin that ball and it goes way too far. So we've got to make sure that that right hand is accelerating that golf club, overtaking the left hand. And if you can do those 3 things, you should be in a position where you can get up and down more often, okay? So 3 points, if you can remember those, bit of practice, you should be fine on the golf course. You will get up and down more often, and if you can do that, you can keep a little bit of momentum with your round of golf. You're not going to take 3 from this situation, you're hopefully going to take 2, and it's hopefully going to see you lower your scores. Right, thanks for watching the video, guys. If you liked it, then you click the like button. If you've got any comments, you can pop those in the comments box down below. And also, if you haven't done anything, please subscribe to my channel for more weekly videos. I'm uploading about 3 each week, so it just means that you won't miss any of the content. Okay, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again next time.